Jai Sri Ram. Welcome to the free Sanskrit course by Bharat Marg. Now we are going to explain you some of the ground rules how as a student you can take advantage of the Sanskrit course to the maximum extent. Number one, this Sanskrit course is designed in the form of a discourse or a teaching between a student and a teacher. Okay, so when the teacher asks a question to the student, you as a student can also answer the question. Number one. Number two, you will be given time, and also keep in mind the right side, the conversation, whatever is happening, is given in the format of Hindi. Okay, for you to read. इसमें हिंदी में दिया हुआ राइट साइड में जो कंटेंट है वो हिंदी में दिया हुआ है कि इसलिए किसी को समझ में नहीं आया उनको हिंदी में पढ़ना है, उनका स्क्रिप्ट अवेलेबल है पढ़ने के लिए और समझने के लिए. राइट. नंबर थ्री, at the end of the lesson there will be a homework where the link will be given to you so that you can click the link and go and take the test. Okay, you take the test is the homework of this lesson. Okay, and you have to take the test and you have to get 100 out of 100, or you have to repeat the answer again and again till you get 100 marks. That is, you get the all answers correct, and then you will send that screenshot to us in WhatsApp. You know our WhatsApp number, that is +1 647 964 4790. You will send us the WhatsApp. Then this will be recorded, and also our class begins with a sloka. With the sloka's meaning, word to word meaning will be provided. Okay, so after the class is taken, you will record an audio in the WhatsApp and you will submit to us, and these things will be marked because this is a level 1 course, and at the end of the level 1 course your assignments, assignment marks, assignment submission and the audio file submission will be taken into consideration while doing the certification, because it's a certification course, free course, and it's a free certification course. And who is eligible for it? If you are seeing this video and if you are not a registered student yet, all you have to do is simply send us a WhatsApp to +1 647 964 4790 with your name, location and the languages you know and your age. Okay, this is the 4 parameters we need from you, and you will send it to us, and with a request that you want to join the free Sanskrit certification course. Okay, then we will enroll you. So this is how it is going to be. Now let's get on with the lesson. Okay, get started. Here you go.
So everybody, welcome to this free Sanskrit course. In Sanskrit, welcome is said as Suswagatam. So everybody, Suswagatam. And when I say welcome, you have to say thank you. Thank you is said as Dhanyavadaha. Can you say that?
Dhanyavadaha.
Okay. The first thing is, if you meet somebody, you will greet them. So, if I meet somebody and I want to greet them, the first thing I'd say is Namaskaraha. Namaskaraha. Can you repeat that?
Namaskaraha.
Yes. When you meet somebody, you will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. You know, these things vary on the time when you meet the person. So, how will I say this in Sanskrit? In Sanskrit, good morning is said as Suprabhatam. Can you say that?
Suprabhatam.
Yes. Good afternoon is Shubhamadhyaha.
Good afternoon is Shubha Madhyaha.
Good evening is Shubha Sayam.
Good evening, Shubha Sayam.
Good night is said as Shubha Ratrihi.
Good night. Shubha Ratrihi.
Yes. So now, what would you say if you meet somebody and the time is night? What did you say? What is the way you'd greet somebody when you meet them at night time?
Shubha Ratrihi.
Yes.
So, when do I say Namaskaraha, please?
When you want to initiate a conversation with somebody, when you're starting the conversation, Namaskaraha is used as a first greeting you would say. Namaskaraha is like Ram Ram. When you first see somebody, the first greeting you would use would be Ram Ram. So Namaskaraha can be compared with that.
Teacher, how do I call you?
So if you want to address a female teacher, like myself, you will say Adhyapika. Can you say that?
Adhyapika.
So now imagine you want to address a male teacher, you would say Guruji.
Guruji.
Yes. So how will you address a male teacher?
Guruji.
How will you address a female teacher?
Adhyapika.
Yes. So now we are going to move on to the sloka. Slokas like this will be said at the beginning of each class. Every lesson you will have a new sloka. So first I will say the meaning of the sloka. After that I will say the full sloka. After that I'll break the sloka into little portions and you have to repeat it. At one point I will say the whole sloka and you have to repeat the whole. So here is the meaning for the sloka. First I will say the meaning of the sloka. After that I will say the whole sloka and then I'll break it into little parts and ask you to repeat it. After that, at one point I will say the whole sloka and after that you will repeat the whole sloka. Once that is done, I will say the word for word translation for the sloka so it is a bit more clear. Here is the meaning. We meditate upon the one who is like a sun to Devi Parvati's lotus face. The elephant-headed Lord has a single tusk and grants boons to his devotees. So now I will say the whole sloka. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananamaharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. Also remember one thing, Ganesh ji is the one who you pray to before you start anything new so that it goes without any obstacles. That is why for this first class I have chosen a Ganesh sloka. So now I will break the sloka into little pieces and you have to repeat after me.
Okay, ji.
Agajanana
Agajanana
Padmarkam
Padmarkam
Gajananam
Gajananam
Aharnisham
Aharnisham
Anekadantam
Anekadantam
Bhaktanam
Bhaktanam
Ekadantam
Ekadantam
Upasmahe
Upasmahe
Agajanana
Agajanana
Padmarkam
Padmarkam
Gajananam
Gajananam
Aharnisham
Aharnisham
Anekadantam
Anekadantam
Bhaktanam
Bhaktanam
Ekadantam
Ekadantam
Upasmahe.
Upasmahe.
So now I will say it and then you have to repeat it twice.
Okay.
Agajanana
Agajanana Agajanana
Padmarkam
Padmarkam Padmarkam
Gajananam
Gajananam Gajananam
Aharnisham
Agarnisham
Aharnisham
Aharnisham Aharnisham
Anekadantam
Anekadantam Anekadantam.
Bhaktanam.
Bhaktanam.
Ekadantam.
Ekadantam. Ekadantam.
Upasmahe.
Upasmahe.
So now I will say it in a bit larger. I will say the pieces as a bit larger. Agajanana Padmarkam.
Agajanana Padmarkam.
Gajanana Maharnisham.
Gajanana Maharnisham.
Anekadantam Bhaktanam.
Anekadantam Bhaktanam.
Ekadantam Upasmahe.
Ekadantam Upasmahe.
Okay, so now I will say the whole sloka and then you have to repeat after me. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe.
Agajanana Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe.
So now I will give a word for word meaning. Agajananam means like a sun. Padmarkam. Padma means lotus. So Padmarkam means lotus face. Here we are referring to Devi Parvati's lotus face. Gajananam. Gaja means elephant. So Gajananam means the one with the elephant face, elephant head. Anekadantam. Dantam usually means teeth, but here Dantam will come as like he grants several booms in that sort of way it will come. Ekadantam. As I said before, Dantam is teeth most of the time. So for elephant's teeth, the teeth are like tusks. So Ekadantam, the one who has only one tusk. Upasmahe, to meditate upon or to pray. So that is the word for word meaning for the sloka. So now, can you say the sloka and then tell me the meaning as well?
Okay, ji. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajananam Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadantam Upasmahe. The meaning is, we meditate upon the one who is like a sun to Devi Parvati's lotus face. The elephant-headed Lord has a single tusk and grants boon to his devotees.
Yes. So now we are moving on to the first lesson. So the first lesson is if you want to introduce yourself to somebody. So imagine you want to introduce yourself. You meet somebody new and then you want to introduce yourself to them. What you would usually say is your name, where you live, that sort of thing. So for me, I would say my name is Vaishnavi. I live in Toronto. How would I say this in Sanskrit? I'll say it in Sanskrit and then I'll explain how and why it works with a word for word translation again. In Sanskrit, I would say Mama Nama Vaishnavi Aham Toronto Nagare Vasami. So, this is the explanation. The first sentence is my name is Vaishnavi. My in Sanskrit is Mama. Name is Nama. Is, you don't say anything for is. Vaishnavi is a name. It's a proper noun. All proper nouns stay the same as they are in any other language. They stay the same in Sanskrit. So Vaishnavi stays as Vaishnavi. Yeah. If it's a boy though, there is one thing you need to do. In these sort of cases, you have to add a ha at the end. So while a name for a female like Vaishnavi will stay as Vaishnavi, A male name such as Rama will become Ramaha. So, this is a bit of practice. Translate these sentences in Sanskrit. I will wait for a few seconds, and if you want, you can pause the video to think about it yourself, and then we will go over the answers. My name is Gauri. My name is Suresh. My name is Kirtana. My name is Dileepan. My name is Uma. My name is Pranav. So, now why don't you say how you think you say these in Sanskrit? Then we will verify if they are correct or not.
Okay, Adhyapika. My name is Gauri. Gauri is a female name, so it will remain as such. So I will say Mama Nama Gauri. My name is Suresh. Because Suresh is a male name, I will add, as you said, ha at the end. And I will say Mama Nama Sureshaha. Now, the next is my name is Kirtana. Because it's a female name, it will come as it is. Mama Nama Kirtana. My name is Dileepan. Because it is a male name, it will have a ha added at the end. Right, Adhyapika?
Yes.
Mama Nama Dileepaha. My name is Uma. Mama Nama Uma. My name is Pranav. Mama Nama Pranavaha.
So now, let us check the answers. We can see that I got all of them right except one. The fourth one, my name is Dileepan. You said Mama Nama Dileepaha. Whereas it should come as Mama Nama Dileepanaha. Here's the second sentence. I said I live in Toronto. I in Sanskrit is aham. To live is vasami. In this particular case, we don't need to address in. Toronto, as I said, is a proper noun, so it won't change. So, based on this, how would you think we'd say it? You'd think we'd say it as aham vasami Toronto. But that is wrong. This is how you are supposed to say it. I is aham. Toronto stays as Toronto. Now, Toronto is a city. In Sanskrit, city is said as nagare. To live is vasami. So you would say it as aham Toronto nagare vasami. If you wanted to say you live in Bharat, then what would you do? Firstly, you need to substitute Toronto for Bharat. Secondly, you have to just think, what is Bharat? Is Bharat a city? Is it a country? What is it? It is a country. In Sanskrit, country is said as deshe. So, what do you think you'd say?
Aham Bharat Deshe Vasami.
100% correct.
Dhanyavadaha.
So, now let's practice a bit. Translate these sentences in Sanskrit. I live in Canada. I live in Cuba. I live in Dominica. I live in France. Like the previous time, if you want, you can pause the video and think about it yourself. I will wait for a few seconds. So now, say what you think the answers are.
I live in Canada. Aham Canada deshe vasami. I live in Cuba. Aham Cuba deshe vasami. I live in Dominica. Aham Dominica deshe vasami. I live in France. Aham France deshe vasami.
So, as we can see here, you got everything correct.
Dhanyavadaha.
And to the viewers, did you get everything correct as well? Answer in the comments. So, bit more of practice. Translate these sentences in Sanskrit. I live in Chicago. I live in Houston. I live in San Diego. I live in Philadelphia. And same thing this time, if you want, you can pause the video and I will wait for a few seconds.
These are all city names. So I have to say Nagare. Right, Adhyapika?
Yes.
So I will say I live in Chicago. Aham Chicago Nagare Vasami. I live in Houston. Aham Houston Nagare Vasami. I live in San Diego. Aham San Diego Nagare Vasami. I live in Philadelphia. Aham Philadelphia Nagare Vasami.
So now let us check these with the answers. So we can see here that you got all of them right. Again, to the viewers, please comment if you got all of these right as well. So now you have introduced yourself. Now imagine you want to ask someone else what's their name. That's what you want to ask them. Now, how would you say that in Sanskrit? If it's a boy, you would say Bhavataha Nama Kim. If it's a girl, you would say Bhavatyaha Nama Kim. Here's the explanation, as in word for word translation. What in Sanskrit is said as Kim. In this case, is we don't need to use a word for is. Your for a boy is Bhavataha. Name is Nama. So you'd think that it would come to Kim Bhavataha Nama. But that's wrong. That's not how we are supposed to say it. This is why we don't do literal translation for among languages. You would say Bhavataha Nama Kim. In English it would come to your name is what? For a girl, you'd say the same thing, but you'd substitute Bhavataha with Bhavatyaha. So now, how would you ask a girl what her name is?
Bhavatyaha Nama Kim.
And if you wanted to ask a boy?
Bhavataha Nama Kim.
Absolutely correct.
Dhanyavadaha.
Why don't you read these?
Mama Nama Uma. Aham Bharat Deshe Vasami. Bhavataha Nama Kim. Mama Nama Rameshaha. Mama Nama Ramaha. Bhavatyaha Nama Kim. Mama Nama Gauri. Aham Columbia Deshe Vasami. Aham Toronto Nagare Vasami. अहं केनडादेशे वसामि. अहं शिकागो नगरे वसामि.
It's not vashami, you have to say vasami.
धन्यवादः.
Can you repeat that?
अहं शिकागो नगरे वसामि.
Yes. So now we are going to learn pronouns. You have to learn pronouns if you truly want to master a language. There are three main pronouns: she, he, that. In English, I'd say she is a girl, he is a boy, that is a temple. The first one on the list is she. Imagine you see a cook. She is female. What would her profession be called in Sanskrit? What if she's a driver or a dancer? Let's learn. Can you read these?
वैद्या doctor. Pachika cook. Sikshika.
No, shikshika.
Sikshika.
Shikshika. Sha.
Shikshika.
Shikshika.
Shikshika. Teacher. But you taught us Adhyapika is teacher.
Adhyapika is how you address a teacher. Like in English, you'd say madam. Like in English, you'd say miss, madam, that sort of thing. That's what Adhyapika comes to. But this is the name of the profession. Like if you call your teacher as teacher, which some people do, then you'd say shikshika. This is the name of the profession. But mostly the way you'd address your teacher is by saying shikshika, is by saying Adhyapika.
Nartaki dancer.
Arakshika.
Arakshika police. Chalika.
Chalika.
Chalika driver. Apanika.
Apanika.
Apanika shopkeeper. Gayika singer. Prabandhika manager. Chitrakarani painter.
So here is the same list of the same professions, but this is in the male gender. Now let's learn how would you address a male. How would you say the name of the same professions if the person who was doing the job was a male? Vaidyaha, doctor.
Vaidyaha doctor.
So if you see here, in the previous one we said Vaidya. This is Vaidyaha. We are adding a ha at the end. Pachakaha, cook.
Pachakaha cook.
So here also we see the same thing.
Pachakaha is a male cook.
Yes. Here also we see this. We see something that's a little bit different though this time. We say Pachakaha here. For the female one we say Pachika. Cha becomes Chi. Shikshakaha, teacher.
Shikshakaha teacher.
Here also we see the same thing as Pachakaha. Shikshakaha. The female version is Shikshika. Nartakaha, dancer.
Nartakaha dancer.
Here we see something a bit different. Nartakaha becomes Nartaki when it's in the female version. Arakshakaha, police.
Arakshakaha police. Male police.
Here we see that Arakshakaha, female version becomes Arakshika. Chalakaha, driver.
Chalakaha driver.
Here we see that Chalakaha becomes Chalika.
So chalakaha is the male driver, chalika is the female driver.
Yes. Aparnikaha, shopkeeper.
Apanikaha, shopkeeper.
Here we see that Apanikaha, the female version is Apanika.
Apanika, the female version.
Gayakaha, singer.
Gayakaha, the male singer.
Can you say the female version?
Gayika.
Yes. Prabandhakaha, manager.
Prabandhakaha, manager.
Here we see that Prabandhakaha, the female version is Prabandhika.
Prabandhika, the female version.
Chitrakarakaha is painter.
Chitrakarakaha, painter, is the male version.
Here we see that becomes Chitrakarini.
Chitrakarini is the female version. Chitrakaraha is the male version.
Chitrakarakaha.
Chitrakarakaha is the male version of a painter. Chitrakarini is the female version of the painter.
Yes. So now let's move on to objects, things. We are going to learn about things. So I will say it, then repeat after me. Pustakam, book.
Pustakam, book.
Pushpam, flower.
Pushpam, flower.
Shweta palakam, whiteboard.
Sveta palakam, whiteboard.
Shweta palakam, shweta.
Shweta palakam, whiteboard.
Krishna palakam, blackboard.
Krishna palakam.
Krishna
palakam, blackboard.
Kagadam, paper.
Kagadam, paper.
Rekha kagadam, lined paper. Ruled paper. It can also be said as ruled paper in some places.
Rekha kagadam. Rekha kagadam.
Kagadam.
Rekha kagadam. Kagadam. Lined paper.
Karbana patram, carbon paper.
Karbana patram, carbon paper.
Chitrana keelam, pushpin.
Chitrana keelam, pushpin.
Abhigyana patram, name card.
Abhigyana patram. Abhigyana patram.
Gya.
Abhigyana patram, name card.
Shravana yantram, headphones.
Shravana yantram, headphone.
Now the lesson is over, so I will say the Shanti Mantra. First I will say the meaning for the mantram, then I will say the mantram. Please repeat after me. And you should be able to say it fluently, because every lesson of ours will end with the same Shanti Mantra. The meaning is, may all be happy. May all be free from illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. Here is the Shanti Mantram. I will say each line of the Shanti Mantram and then you repeat after me. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha.
Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha.
Sarve Santu Niramayaha.
Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Niramayaha.
Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu.
Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu.
Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave.
Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave.
Bhag Bhave.
Bhag Bhave. Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhave.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Namaskaram can also be said as an alternative to goodbye. So depending on where you are, Suprahatam, Shubha Madhyanam, Shubha Sayam, and Shubha Ratrihi, Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
And in Sanskrit, if you want to say we'll meet again, we'll say Punar Milamaha. So Namaskaram and Punar Milamaha.
Punar Milamaha. So, hope you learned a lot from the first lesson today. It must have been exciting for you to start a conversation and learn. Now, after seeing the video, you will see a link in the description for your homework test, for you to go and take this test. If you fail in this test in any questions, you can retake the test as many times as you want. But your goal is to get all answers right and take the screenshot of it and to send us to Bharat Marg's WhatsApp number +1 647 964 4790. And also you will memorize the sloka and you will chant the sloka and say the meaning of it and send it to us in the WhatsApp also as an audio file for us to check and correct you. Okay? Now, if you have any questions, we will say you to do two things. One is comment your question below in this video, and also do send the question in the WhatsApp so that we don't miss it either way. Okay, all your questions will be taken and they will be answered for you in a very personalized way so that you can get the answer. But do remember, if you still didn't register for this free Sanskrit certification course, go ahead and do the simple step of sending a WhatsApp to us to +1 647 964 4790 with your name, where you are from, the languages you know, and the age. Okay, these 4 parameters you will send it along with a request to enroll you to this free course. And one last thing is, do know this is a free course, but if you want to donate and support us in this cause of spreading the Sanatana Dharma, you can do a couple of things. One, you can share this video with as many people as you can so that more people can learn Sanskrit. And second, you can go ahead and there is a link in the comment which is pinned here with a donate now link where you can go and generously donate so that we can work harder, we can do more service and spread the Sanatana Dharma with your help around the world. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video and click the bell icon so that when the next lesson comes, and do send all your questions because they will be attended. Punar Milamaha. Namaskar.